What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. For this Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026, I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here, Transition Army. Transition Army, ladies and gentlemen, I know you could have been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me. And I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, we have an action-packed show. But before I start the show, I'd like to state my intentions. And my intentions is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your transitions and beyond. So this is what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. This is what we do. And we also welcome you here because I know you guys are busy. Busy schedules, timetable, time frames. You guys are doing it. Man, you guys came here to be with me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that always. And it's time for some soul claps for you guys. Soul claps. Soul claps. I have to do this to the transition. I'm for this for the transition army. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming each and every Tuesday, guys. I really do. And also, you guys know the drill. If you're new to the show, program, just put your name in the comments. That's why I know you're here and you're available, right? You do that for me. And then what I do is I make sure that you are here. So again, I'll shout you out. I will shout you out. See if we have anybody just yet. We do not, but that's okay. All righty. So let's begin. All right. In transition news is the war with Iran. Okay. So last Friday, as early as last Friday, if you guys haven't known, number 47 and Israel launched war against Iran. Okay? Now, there's three main reasons why the U.S. and Israel have started a war against Iran. Okay? It's these three reasons. The first one is to eliminate an intolerable threat to the American people and their allies. That's the first one. Now, the second one is number 47 cites Iran's development of long-range ballistic missiles in its pursuit of a nuclear weapon as an imminent dangers that could soon reach the U.S. mainland. Okay, that's number two. And number three is, as number 47 is saying, is a regime change, which suggesting war could provide the Iranian people as a chance to topple their ruler plural, once and for all. Now, number 47 has launched Operation Epic Fury. Okay, and I want to read this exactly what that means. If you guys don't know about that, Operation Epic Fury is an active joint military campaign initiated by the United States and Israel on February 28, 2026, targeting Iran. It aims to eliminate Iran's nuclear capabilities, destroy missile sites, and degrade proxy networks through intense strikes following increased tensions and reported threats. So that is what Operation Epic is all about. And we got on the check-in from The Rock. We got Felicia on the check-in. What's going on, Miss Sweetness? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, guys, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. So transition, and also just the report, there's been a couple of killings, like the main leaders of Iran have passed due to the bombings, okay, are unalived. And and that's causing some, that can be an imminent threat to us as Americans, because I'm sure, these people are proud people. They're not seeing, they don't want to see their leader, be unalive like that. So we might, I think here in America, we're going to face some imminent threats, so Transition Army, man, after you have heard about all of this, which number 47 is starting a war with Iran, what are your feelings about it? Like, how are you feeling about it? I'm always about how people feel. Man, and on the check-in, we got Dolores checking and my sister-in-law checking in from Jersey. What's going on, Dee Dee? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, guys, I just want to get your feelings on it all. Like, what are you feeling? Like, what's your thoughts on it? You know, I can start first, guys. You know, this is we're living in some tough times, man. You know, nowadays, and this doesn't help matters, and you know, a lot of anxiety. I mean, my you know, coming getting on the train the next day after this stuff was going on, and you know, just thinking about the imminent threats that can happen here in the United States, you know, especially in New York City, for the subways and the bridges and tunnels, and you know, me taking an Uber, you know, to the train. I'm like, man, you know, I saw like four big black vans coming in to the Midtown Tunnel along with police cars. They were flying inside the tunnel, and again, my anxiety levels went through the roof because you just never know. You just never know retaliation, what can happen. So, you know, my anxiety levels were through the roof. Like, what about you guys? Like, what are you feeling about this? You know, and while you you know you type in how you're feeling about this, you know, some people are saying like, how long will this war actually last? You know, how long will the war last? I know 45, number 47 has said that this war can be like 4 weeks or it can be forever. Think about that. It can end in 4 weeks or it can last a lifetime. So again, that doesn't that doesn't add to the you know to the anxiety levels on that. Hearing things like that, and yeah, so it's man, man, this really goes, you know, really, man, I don't know, man. As Didi says, number 47 needs to sit down and read the Bible. Yep, I agree with you, Didi. I agree on that. Yeah. So, man, this is troubling, man. It's you know, and again, uh, you know, everything's in heightened alert. I believe from synagogues to, you know, we just had a shooting. I think it was kind of related in Austin, Texas, about this. The person was from, I think he was from Iran, I believe. Don't quote me on that, just allegedly. You know, and you know, he had issue about the bombing of Iran, and you know, I think he shot and killed two people in Houston, Texas. Austin, Texas. Pardon me, Austin, Texas. So, you know, we are living in some scary times. You know, on unprecedented times, and again, it's not. You know, us being in this for either 4 weeks to a forever time frame, you know, that can be stresses. But I'm here to say, you know, like myself, you know, just talk about it amongst your family members. You know, just talk about these events that's going on. You know, I know we got midterm elections going on. You know what I mean? If you're not happy with your politicians in your particular state, you got an opportunity to oust these people if they share the same beliefs as, you know, the leader of the free world. You know what I mean? So, you know, we still got the power to vote. Midterms elections are going on. Primaries are going on today as we speak. You know, so yeah, we got the power to always choose and make a difference. And again, you know, your feelings can be through the roof, through anxiety or some calmness that you can have. But I always recommend talking to people about what's going on, talking about the situation. You know, talking about the situation is very important. And you know, and I posted earlier about you know, these things like cause distractions. You know, like starting wars cause distraction, and it is a term that I've been, you know, kicking around. I heard about before. Actually, it was a movie. It's called Wag the Dog. And again, this, you know, number 47, he might be doing just that. And the definition of wag the dog is it refers to a tactic where a leader purposely creates a major distraction, often an international crisis or military action, to divert public attention away from domestic scandal or unpopular policy. Again, number 47 is dealing with these Epstein files, right? What a way to distract by starting a war. A movie was on this. Again, you're probably going to be hearing this a lot. Wag the dog. So you heard it here first on Transition Tuesday, and I gave you the definition about that. Sometimes people do stuff who are in higher power as distractions to distract you for what's really going on. So we just got to stay diligent. We got to stay prayed up. Again, we got to still keep talking to one another, and got to always lead with love. Always love will always overshadow the hate. So, that's just my take on it. But what's your take on it? What's your take on the Transition Army? What's your feelings about this war that's going on, the war with Iraq? I just wanted to get your feelings on there before we check on out of here. Just wanted to get your feelings on that. But ladies and gentlemen, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during this broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory. You got here today, right? We always vibe every Tuesday. I appreciate you guys. So celebrate that victory. Celebrate your victory. Selecta. Hey. Hey. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, hey guys, I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for you watching Transition Tuesdays each and every Tuesday. If you like this show and our past show, I want you to check out our YouTube channel, Transition Tuesdays, okay? Make sure you like and subscribe when you're on the channel as well, okay? If you haven't been following me, you can always follow me like you have been doing on Instagram at Russ Will Transitions. That's Russ Will Transitions with an S. You follow me, I'll follow you back. Also, we have on there on Instagram, we have everything Transition Tuesdays. So you can also follow me on Transition Tuesdays as well. And also on TikTok. What do you know? Follow me again on Transition Tuesdays on TikTok. I really appreciate it. So that's everything Transition Tuesdays, okay? Shout out to our corporate sponsor, Sweet Candy Cafe, located in downtown Lumberton, North Carolina. So again, the home of Southern sweetness, okay? So again, before the show ends, we're about to end this shortly, but after the show, go to sweetcandycafe.com to order your confectionery goodies. Your taste buds will thank you, and we will be in the place this Saturday for Rumba on the Lumber, okay? In which we celebrated Lumberton, North Carolina. Again, what they call me is the Lemonade Man. We have the stand, and again, we want you guys to represent. If you can't make it there, make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com to order your confectionery goodies. We're gonna have a great time on Saturday. Again, Mr. Sweetness celebrating 13 years in the biz. That's not nothing to sneeze at. So it's time for celebrating. So make sure you check it out, and make sure you go to sweetcandycafe.com to order your confectionery goodies. Again, your taste buds will thank you. And also, a thank you is on the shout out because I want to thank the Jaspers Manhattan College, both the men's and women's. Just wrapped up the season. Now we're heading into the MAC tournament, okay, in Atlantic City. Again, shout out to Coach, to the head coach of Manhattan College, Coach Gallagher, who provided myself and the other alumni with this amazing swag that you see that I have on here today. So I'm going to be rooting for these guys starting on Thursday. Also, I want to shout out the women's coach, too, Coach Boolin, who is now the all-time winningest coach at Manhattan University history. So shout out to you, Coach. We had you on the show. We had great times. And again, good luck to the men and women coming up in the MAC tournament. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, as we say in parting, happy transitioning. We'll speak to you soon. Take care, everybody. God bless. Stay diligent. We got this. We got this. Take care, guys.